How's it going, everyone? Renovation here. Recording pretty early again. I mean, it's not super early this time as it was last time, about 6 hours in. Today we are playing UpInSmoke again. They moved up a rank after beating us yesterday. They're rank 89 now. And today we'll be taking on Crusher GB. Crusher GB, another 126 defense. That's what it's called, defense. Ooh, we've got the most feared stadium too, so that's something to watch out for. Wind will be a factor. Looks like Cooper will be able to field this one though. Okay, we're gonna go and open up with Trips Corner Strike again. It is counter formation for it, so if I am able to hit gates in the flat, I will. I will be able to, and I will be able to get a nice cut there to get up second and 9, 8-ish. 22% as well, so not 100, that's good news. So here we'll go ahead and flip spread LvL drag, and we will look to hit Evan Ingram on his little out route there. That was a very bad, what is happening? Oh, that was a messy play. I threw it too early, he caught it, and then he just kind of ran around for a second or two. I don't really know for sure what happened. But here we will go ahead and go with empty trip shallow cross. We are looking at man, dime man, so it's not countered. So I will look to hit. Why is his linebacker lined up as a defensive end? Is that normal on dime? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's super strange. Well, he got trucked, so I guess it doesn't matter. He got obliterated. Wonderful. So now we'll roll into trips tight end PAD attack. It's not counter. We've got a 4-3 zone, so I'll hit Tyreek Hill as soon as he clears the offensive line here. And he will catch it, thank goodness, and we will kind of duck towards the sideline for the first down up to the 28-ish yard line. Now we will go weak IPA post. We are looking at a possible counter, but the Patriots are a base 3-4 team, so that's not too concerning. It looks like it's maybe a low or medium severity counter. Yeah, medium counter. Gotcha. Okay, now we will go with trips tight end halfback counter. It is not counter, but we got the bad coverage, so I'll have to make a snap read. I can bounce this one out to the outside. I should have bounced it all the way outside instead of just barely outside. That is on me. Whoops. So I can go spread LvL drag. It would probably draw dime. I don't know how I feel about running empty trip stick here since I haven't run it yet. But motion cross is a viable play to run for me here if it is countered. So yeah, let's go for it. Looking at zone, dime zone, which is a potential counter. So I'm going to look to hit Bo Jackson as soon as I'm able to. Oh, wow, Bo Jackson. Oh, what? That wasn't a first down? Oh my word, are you serious? That is inches if I've ever seen inches. That is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Okay. My gut tells me fullback flare, but I haven't hit a hard counter yet. I don't think I've hit a 100% counter yet. So I'm kind of not. I have. That was a 100% counter, but I'm hoping that. I'm thinking that that other play, what am I thinking? Fullback flare will be countered because I haven't hit a counter yet, and spread LvL drag here is open, and I can run it here and scramble. I don't think I'll get goal line because I'm not lined up in the I formation. It's a shotgun pass. Or I could go fullback flare and just not take any chances. This is tough call, tough call, tough call. Do I want to throw it to Marshawn Lynch? He let me down last time I threw a pass to him. Ooh, this is tough. Do I give Marshawn another chance? Or do I just say, meh, let's go spread LvL drag? Well, I know spread LvL drag is not countered. I don't know if fullback flare is countered or not. And if fullback flare is critical countered, I don't think I can get it off in time. If it is lower medium, I may be able to get it off to Marshawn in time. Spread FL drag, on the other hand, I can scramble. Fullback flare. We're going fullback flare. It's not countered, so we're going to look to hit Marshawn Lynch, who does catch it, thank goodness. I will truck him, but not in time to, or not in the correct area to get a touchdown. So we're at the 5-yard line here. Now we can go flip spread FL drag, and we will look to hit Evan Ingram. On his out route, he will drop it, so that's not fantastic. So now we will go with weak eye triple post. It is countered because 4-3 is counter formation for this play. We are going to get immediately obliterated, 22% on the long pass counter. So what can I run here on the 8-ish yard line? Empty trip shallow cross is an option. Trips tight end halfback counter is even an option. I do like trips tight end halfback counter here, and then I can go empty trip shallow cross on 4th down if I need to. It's not countered, so we're looking at nickel zone. So we've got good coverage for it, and we will sneak in for the touchdown, thank goodness. I do have my scramble still, so we'll go bunch spacing. We're looking at a possible counter, so we'll pull down and left at 45-degree angle, and we barely will be able to escape for the 2-point. I didn't think we'd get that. That was close. Whew. Wipe the sweat off my brow on that one, goodness gracious. Who am I playing again? Crusher. Okay, he's got a 22% long pass counter. Okay. I'm trying to think if I want to start with empty trip stick or not empty trip stick, if I want to start with trips corner strike, or if I want to start with a different play. If I field it, of course, I can't just automatically assume that we'll get the kickoff anymore, which is a shame. Let's go ahead with trips corner strike. It is not countered, so we're looking at 3-4, possibly man coverage, so that's what I'm going to read. I will be able to hit Tyreek Hill deep, and I couldn't quite get the right angle to get away from that, so that's unfortunate. But we're going to roll into empty trip shallow cross here. We're looking at a possible counter on dime zone, so we'll see what happens. It is not countered, so I'm going to hit Jackson, who will catch it, and we are going to get stuffed at the 43 yard line. Wow, it's been a long morning. Trips tight end PA deep attack. We are looking at a possible counter here because these two moved over at the same time, so we'll see. It is not countered. So counter formation for that is when the two cornerbacks move over together. If you see two players move over, try to highlight on them and see if it's a linebacker and a cornerback, or a cornerback and a cornerback, or a cornerback and a safety. If it's a cornerback and a linebacker, it is not countered. If it's a cornerback and a cornerback or a safety, it is counter formation, and it is countered. More than likely, it is countered. So we'll go weak IPA post here. We're looking at another possible counter on this play. Since it was 11% last time, I ran it again this time. We'll see what happens. It is not countered. And I'll wait as long as I can to cross. And I will sneak in for the touchdown. That was risky, but I pulled it off. So we're not looking at a counter here, so I'll step back and go right up the middle. I like to take a few steps back there to see what I'm dealing with as far as coverages go. If the linebacker moves to the left or the right, I will take it up the middle, but if he stays in the middle, I will take it to the left or the right, depending on which side is more open. I just like to make that read as the play is going on, not prior to the play. The only time I'll make a read prior to the play on bunch spacing on the 2-point is if it's nickel or counter. That's the only time that I'll actually make my read. Or I guess sometimes not even nickel, I won't make that read because I won't know for sure until if I can set the blocks or not. So maybe just counter formation, I don't know. Open up a trips corner strike again. It's not countered, so we'll look to hit Gates because he was open in the flat. I tried to get a truck off there, but it didn't really work out very well. So here we'll roll into trips tight end PA deep attack. It's not counter. We've got nickel man, so we will hit Tyreek Hill on his drag route. He will catch it, and we will get a nice big chunk of yards. And we'll roll into empty trip shallow cross. We're not looking at a counter here, 4-3 zone. So we will hit Jackson, Bo Jackson, for the nice first down, and then we will roll into weak IPA post. We're not countered here, it's nickel man. Nickel zone is counter formation for this play, so we will be able to escape, and we'll be able to get a nice big chunk of yards there. So now we're on the 17-ish yard line. What plays have I run here that weren't countered other than spread FL drag and fullback flare? Now, let's go strong-eyed twins PAFB flat, and the only reason I'm going to try a new play here on first down is because I know I'm not being live countered, and trips tight end halfback counter was open from the first drive. So we're facing a dime zone here, or a dime coverage here, which is odd because I don't think I've ever faced a dime coverage on this play. So this one I should have probably thrown that ball away, but nobody was open, so I didn't want to force a pass if it had the chance of being intercepted. Marshawn Lynch was covered pretty hard, and so was Julio Jones, so I did not want to throw that pass if I could avoid it. So now we're going trips tight end halfback counter. We've got the ideal coverage, so we will step out, evade that tackle, and not be able to evade the last one, and we will get into the 3-ish yard line. So now we'll go with fullback flare, step back, throw it Marshawn Lynch, and he will get in for the touchdown. I do have my scramble, so we'll go bunch spacing. We are not facing a counter, so I'll just roll around on 4-3, and that is a perfect 24 on the day against a 126 defense with my 119 offense. Good stuff. I think that's my first 24 in several days. I'm the king of putting up 22 points. I almost always miss at least one 2-point conversion, but it was a pretty good day today. Pretty good drives. It helped that I wasn't being live countered either. That really made things easier for me. We'll look at the drives one more time here just to see what's happening. Don't assume the live counter until you hit a live counter, because that really messes people up against top leagues like this. They'll do their first drive, all fine and dandy, they'll score 8 points, whatever, and then they'll go into their second drive thinking, ooh, I'm being live countered, so they're going to play super cautious and try new plays. Don't do that unless you know you're being live countered. And the way you can test out if you're being live countered, try plays that you did from the first drive. If they weren't 100% countered on the first drive, but they are now on the second drive, then you're being live countered, and then you can start to try some new plays out. But always have a few back pocket plays. Like here, I did not, you'll rarely see me run trips tight end wide receiver corner, because that is a back pocket play for me. Same with quick slants. I don't really run those plays because they're back pocket plays for me. I don't run them daily for that exact reason. If I'm being live countered, I want to have some plays that I know I can use that will be open. Like weak eye double counter, for instance, is one of them for me. Bunch halfback dive is one of them for me. Bunch PA pin deep. Whatever this play I ran here was, strong eye twins PAFB flat, they're all second tier plays for me. They're not bad plays by any stretch of the imagination. They're all plays you should learn how to use, but they're just backup plays for me because I have a set game plan that I like to use on all of my drives, unless I'm being live countered, and then I can switch things up with my second tier plays. So with all of that being said, that's a good 24 on the day against a really good defense and a really good league. I hope you guys learned something from this. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions for me, please ask. Love answering questions, love helping. So with all of that being said, my name is Renovation, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.